published 10:48 est, the 23rd of November. The 2017 updated 12:04 est, the 23rd of November 2017. Danny Pearce, 31, was killed by moped robbers in Greenwich, South East London. This is the chilling moment. Two moped riding killers identified their next robbery victim, who they stabbed to death for his £5,000 Rolex. Scotland Yard detectives have released new CCTV images showing when the pair rode past Father Danny Pearce, 31, in Greenwich, South East London. The bike pair stabbed Mr. Pearce, who had a daughter aged 5, as he walked down the street with his girlfriend and two friends just after midnight on July 15. The father refused to hand over his, but was repeatedly stabbed and shot at by the robbers, before they fled, leaving him on the street. The new CCTV images show the moped as it drove slowly past the group, around 2 minutes before the attack started. As they passed the group, the pillion passenger raised his arm to point back at Mr. Pearce, alerting his accomplice they have found a victim to prey upon. CCTV videos showing the suspects at a Texaco garage before the incident, and a video of Mr. Pearce playing pool, were also released by the Metropolitan Police today. New CCTV images show Mr. Pearce walking down the street with his girlfriend and two friends just after midnight on July 15. The video then shows the moped riders traveling past Mr. Pearce in the other direction, around 2 minutes before the attack took place in Greenwich. Grieving mother Jan Pearce, 63, said, "It has been just over 4 months since my Danny was randomly murdered in Greenwich. He left behind a family who loved him unconditionally, including 2 sisters and a brother. But it is not only us as adults suffering. Danny's nieces and nephews are grieving, and it hurts them in different ways. How do you answer a child when they ask where Uncle Danny is? We need to get these murderers off the street. Who knows who will be next, and then another family will go through the same devastation as us. If you know who did this to my son, please tell the police. I don't want another mum to go through this agony. I need to know those responsible will be locked up for a very long time." Jan Pearce left and Amanda Pearce Wright, the mother and sister of Mr. Pearce, have issued an appeal for anyone who knows about the crime to come forward to police. Another CCTV video released today shows the suspects at a Texaco garage before the incident. Crime Stoppers have announced a £10,000 reward for information that leads to the arrest and conviction of those responsible. Detective Inspector Joe Sidaway said Danny's mother Jan has been very brave in speaking out in public for the first time about the terrible crime that took the life of her son. We hope her joining forces with us to support this new appeal will encourage anyone who has not already come forward to contact us as soon as possible. We particularly need us to hear from any members of the public who know the identity of the 2 men on the mopeds or anything about their actions on the night in question and before or after the 15th of July. These people had no connection to Danny, but it is clear from the CCTV they point him out as a target as they drive past him, having spotted his valuable Rolex. The moped passenger can be seen walking around the petrol station before the incident. The moped riding killers are then seen driving away from the Texaco garage in the footage. Moments after he refused to surrender his Rolex, the first suspect produced a large knife and began chasing and stabbing him, whilst the second man shot in his direction as Danny ran for his life, having already acted to protect his friends by urging them to get away as fast as possible. Mr. Pearce's heartbroken family have also released a short clip of him playing pool. They know the handgun was discharged at least 4 times, and while it was the stab wounds that caused Danny's death, a mark found on his back was consistent with a bullet graze. Danny sought help at an address in the street, but these men showed no mercy, returning again to use the knife against him even as he was collapsed on the steps outside the house. It was only when his girlfriend shouted out that she'd give them the if they ceased that they left off. Without a hint of remorse, they grabbed the Rolex and fled the scene. Mr. Pearce's was worth just £5,000, according to police, who think the moped killers were also linked to 2 other robberies in the same area. Ms. Sidaway added it is vital that the men involved are brought to justice before anyone else is seriously harmed. The level of violence used against Danny was truly horrendous, and the length of time over which they carried out the attack, up to 2 minutes, marks it out as the most sustained random stabbing attack I've seen in my 26 years in the police service.